Hey guys, and welcome. Just wanted to show you what I've been doing lately. Okay, so basically I've been working on this character and a whole bunch of other things too, just for example menus and stuff. So you got options and but anyway, this character, right, I've been working on this breast wobbling, so we've been trying pretty hard to get that running nice and smooth. So it tries not to engage too quickly, so if you just turn slowly, but if you jolt, you know, if you kind of like throw your body, it's gonna, if you keep going, and then it just has a little wobble. What you're seeing is just her interacting with the floor there, as she's spinning. It's not perfect with the gravity, but I turned the gravity on purpose because I wanted to show this off. So at the moment we've got a gravity sphere under there, so whatever way I turn this, that's the direction, this blue line and that red line, that's the direction gravity is, so it's quite cool. As long as she's above or below gravity, she'll stand the right way up, but if she's at center, she kind of will oscillate. See? Because I've kind of tried to make a balanced script to say which way you're falling, if you know what I mean. So when you hit the center of the gravity well, it's kind of like, yeah, which part of the gravity am I on? I think you could have it on the side when you're at the center, really. That would make sense, perhaps, maybe. So I tried to make it as realistic as I could figure out it would be, or it is, whatever. So right now we can turn gravity sideways if we want, and what I want to show you is this. So if we ramp the gravity way up there, she's going to go flying past it, and we can see the breasts are reacting to the direction of gravity as well as if we spin. So if we're wobbling at the same time and the gravity is jolting us. Oh, we also need to go to the player and tell her to number 1 means she'll keep going forever. So if we move the gravity well, she should keep just oscillating past it now to the same, because this simulates no resistance through the gravity. So each time she passes through the gravity, she's going to be oscillating back out the other side at the same speed and the same acceleration and everything. It's fully calculated. So she should just keep going to the same distance, which means we can look at this properly. So if I hold the button to keep the view, so as she's falling towards gravity and facing it, it'll be fine. I think upside down the breasts are backwards, but it's alright. We're just testing the direction really and how it looks. There's a glitch there on the breasts, on the vertice, that's from me editing it by hand, so I'll fix that later. So we should be able to, they can go a little bit further than they probably should, but that's, I can just reduce they're clamped, so they're told to only be able to go so far. Occasionally they do 360s. So I can restrict it a bit more. There's a whole brass system too, so it'll restrict that accordingly. So whatever way we're kind of falling and facing to gravity is the way the breasts are going to react. So right now gravity's below us and we're falling, but now we're kind of upside down. It's quite a cool way. So I just got to do jumping now, like so when she jumps or wobbles it goes up and down too, because this is just side to side return pretty much, and the gravity direction. It took a lot of work to do there's six bones on each breast, there's 12 bones all up, and there's three axes per bone, so that's 9 times 12, just to make it wobble left and right, pretty much, and up and down, but and roll. But the point is that it took a bit of work to get the wobbling script done. Then I added in a gravity directional script, so I created this whole gravity system just to test it, and then the floor interaction, all that stuff. So it's kind of, some of that's a work in progress, but I was working on these breasts finally. Had to repair a lot of things since when I first made them. I had them working, not as good as this, but I had them working, and I ended up having to rebuild the entire structure because I built it with yellow angles, and I learned about how to use quaternions, I think is how it's said. So I had to rewrite quite a lot of the script to rotate properly, because it ended up with glitches from yellow angles and gimbal lock and stuff. So it's fully quaternion code, and it does it pretty mean. I mean, trying to get it, you can increase the actual rebound and the wobble and everything, so it will, but from actually looking at natural, like, breasts on porn or whatever, like, you can see it doesn't actually keep wobbling that much on its own unless you keep moving. So there's only just a really small jiggle at the moment that you can just see a tiny little jiggle when it resets. So I think that's quite realistic, more than having them wobble around like anime breasts or something. And I don't exactly want that. Like, you probably should have an option to increase it if you want to. That's fine. I think so. I'm gonna do a male character for the girls or whatever as well, and make his dick dangle around and whatnot. But yeah. So this game just wants to have like some really nice immersion in it. Like, no, like, why fuck around when, why mess around when there's a good, excuse me, why mess around when there's, the potential there to actually do this stuff at runtime. So this is no animations. This is happening, calculated at runtime, before the physics. So it's not even running on the physics script. This is my own complete system running this, which is good because it runs really nice and really smoothly. I think it goes a bit far just there, but she is upside down and it's falling back towards you. And the other issue is that you're trying to bend this mesh that's kind of supposed to be like how it is, and it warps it a little bit as they move and bend. And breasts are kind of like, like wobbly, like water, and they kind of jiggle, and it's hard to make the bones kind of jiggle like that because they want to rotate, they want to, they want, like, they're a hinge, they want to hinge up and down, but you kind of want them to kind of expand and shrink as well. So I didn't add any like expanding and shrinking, and I think that would really do it, but I tried my hardest just to get the hinge function kind of just simulating that really nice movement. So and then it's just working on these vertices here around the breast, and just tidying it up so that it looks really circular, nice and smooth and round, because that's just editing in the model studio, and just go into Blender and just fix that. So that's not a big issue. What I'm really looking at is the code, the functionality. Is it reacting properly? Is it jiggling right? And it is, and there's thousands of lines of code behind this, behind these 6 bones, or these 12 bones here, honestly, believe it. Actually, here, let's have a look. That's the boob control, 2,000 lines, just to control the boobs, returning wobble, and inside that 2,000 lines is a full wobble script itself. So to take you inside that's 2,000 lines on top of, I think it's hiding in the characters, the actual boob wobble script. So this is on every bone. So we got 400 lines on every bone times 12. So that's running 400 times 12. Let's do this. 400 lines times 12. I know there's gaps and all that, but 4,800 lines just to return the wobble on each breast, times the script that actually controls those 4,000 lines. Oh, we're not going to times it, we're just plussing. So 48. I suppose we already know what that is. 6,800. So we got 6,800 lines. 6,800 lines so far, And then we got the movement script, which is just to apply the actual rotation movement to the breast, is another 1,300 lines on its own. So it's pretty, I mean, 8,000 lines, 8,000 lines per 60 frames a second, just to just to make that happen. So I think it's some good stuff. Okay, it looks good, doesn't it? It looks fucking good. Apart from that one bit, I know it's so glitched. That one bit ruins it every time. Ah, that vertice. Fix the model, quick. Do another video. Right, so what I want to show now is the last of what I've done before I run out of my 15 minutes for my video. Because they won't let me upload it otherwise. Oh, let's get rid of that glitch because we're not going to use this gravity system at the moment. Okay, what we're looking at now is my other features and my other functions. I spent weeks building this giant menu system, not this one, but the main menu inside the, you know, the one where you start the game and you make a new game, and the LAN lobby and all of that stuff. So that was huge. Here we go. You can lock the door, you can unlock it, double press F, or you can hold F and you can move the door to where you want it. So if you just want the door a little bit open, or all the way, or just anywhere, any part, you can just, so, you know, and double click, shut. Same for this one, except the script that controls the hinges, I've only done it on the x-axis for this one, so I did it till this x-axis works. Now I've just got to replicate that code, copy it and paste it underneath, and change all the values to the .y-axis for this one. So this one at the moment locks and shuts, and you can move it by hand, but you can't double click yet. And then once I just copy and paste the X code over Y and Z, I should be able to add the hinge scripts to the boot and to the other door, and they should just work straight away, which I think is really cool. Took a bit to get these menus and stuff coming up and everything functioning together, and yeah, it's kind of easy when you just do one thing, but then when you try and add like multiple options, like for this and then that, when both come up at the same time, and then only when you look at one thing it's on the left, but then when you got two things it's on the, sorry, when you look at one thing it's on the right, and you look at two things it's on the left when it's got two menus coming up. So like here, there it is. So except there's nothing to interact with yet. That was just a test to see if the interaction menu would push the enter menu over. So all of that just took a lot of like kind of just detailed extra stuff going on, but it was worth it. So you can possess this cube. It doesn't hit anything, it's got no collider, it's just a test to see if we can possess it. You can move around the cube using the mouse buttons, left click, you can get your angle good, and you can zoom out if you want. I need to fix this so it scrolls a bit faster. It's quite hard on the scroll because I was trying to make it like sensitive, yeah, see, so it kind of, but I ended up with this kind of goes forward alright, doesn't go back alright. So just work on that, that'll be okay. There's little things, just get to them. So we can be this cube, we can take it up to this weird cliff I built just to test some terrain out. We can put it down, let's put it down there. There, that'll do. And press V, and we can leave the cube. And you can see up here, cube's been saved. So we can press V, back into the cube. V, we're back into our just, you know, free camera, everything. We've got this map camera, which I thought was pretty cool. Hold the mouse buttons, move around. You can zoom in, zoom out, have a look wherever. Well, obviously we're a free camera, so we don't even have a body, but we can't see anything. If we possess the cube, let's do that really quick. You're so far away, cube. I'm running out of time. 30 seconds. Possess the cube, and then F, we should be able to zoom down on the cube. There we go. And have a look at our surroundings and stuff. So that's the map camera. Okay, thanks. I've just run out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy that gravity stuff and the rest of the stuff. Worked real hard on it. Getting there. Soon we're going to have a game, and you guys will be able to play it. Cheers.